Hi everybody, all my followers, be welcome to another video. Right, so that is ready to go. The Galaxy still right at the back. No, the S Max, sorry. I don't know, I'll just do that one next. But this is a 2004, I think it's a 2004. Is the TT Mark 1, same as my one. Just, yeah, 2004. Just this one is the Cabriolet. And it's just a normal, it's not Quattro or anything like that. Not even sure which engine is on this. That doesn't really matter. Now, this came from a different, from another garage. The problem has been kind of already diagnosed, so I'll show you exactly what they found. But they were not confident to do the repair, so we're going to do the repair on it. So I will show you exactly what the problem is with this. So the car has no electric windows, no central locking. I've also noticed there is an airbag light. I don't know if it's related to the wall problem or not, but there's a lot of things that doesn't work. And everything, obviously you can see someone has been here. So what they got to is this. Let me get there and show you this. So that's what they found. Right, so this is the state of this. So you got warning there. I can't open the boot, but they reckon if I put this wire in there to touch the pin, everything starts to work apparently. So I was told. I'm just going to try to see, because I can't work here. It's going to be nearly impossible. So I think I might be able. Will I be able to get here from the boot? It must be possible to get to this place, or maybe from here. I don't know. It's gonna have to be a better way to get to these, because otherwise, maybe taking this panel off, perhaps. Don't know. I'm gonna find a way to work on this thingy. Oh man, maybe pull this panel out. Probably gonna be my best option. Find a way to reach, because we can't work over there, it's too tight. The roof doesn't work either, so yeah. And I think the roof actually folds in there anyway. Yeah, the roof folds on top of this anyway, so it's nothing we can do. Right, so let's try to see how we're gonna do this. If we're gonna just dismantle the plug, find new pins and replace them, or what we're gonna do with this, I don't know yet. Right, just let me think. Okay, so I'm start to lose daylight, but we still. So I managed to get the module down here. That's going to be the. Let me turn this light off. That's going to be the easiest way now to open the boot, because the boot didn't work. What I had to do was exactly what the guy told me, which is if I pushed this wire on this last pin here, and I pushed it all the way until it touched the pin of the module came back on straight away. I pressed the button from the key, opened the boot, and then I came here, took all that trim and pulled the module to there. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do is actually check the inside of the module. The pins are actually surprisingly good. I mean, they are a little bit corroded, if you will, but there's a little bit of greenness around there, but the pins are actually quite good. And it looks like there is a little bit on this plug as well, but this is the main plug that I got. Obviously, let me open this thing, see how the module is on the inside. Right, really clean on this side, to be fair. Okay. There's a relay here. I doubt this relay was supposed to be like this, completely exposed, but oh well. Okay, Might be like that. Actually, look, all the pins are actually good on the inside. There's no corrosion, so the corrosion never goes through the plug to the inside of the module, which is absolutely spot on. Okay, so this is really good, really good. Right, that's gonna give a clean to this, and then either, I don't think I'm gonna have a plug for that, so we're gonna have to maybe just see if I find the same pins, a plug that has the same internal pins, and maybe solder pins on those wires, or get the wires a little bit back because probably corrosion already went through the wire. Find good copper and just put new terminals on that. I'm not sure. We'll see how we're going to do. But for now, we're just going to clean this and then focus on the car. And I guess once this is done, we'll see if that resolves the airbag issue. If it doesn't resolve the airbag issue, then that means I'll have to ring the guy and see what he wants to do. If he wants me to look at the airbag or not, I don't know. Maybe this because of the roof. Maybe this. Maybe the airbag needs to communicate with this module. I don't know. I don't know. Right. Let's crack on with this. Okay, guys, and on my box of wirings, I found the exact same thing. So I found two plugs actually. I might have more. I found this one here and I found this one here so far. This one I pulled the pin out, and as you're gonna see, this is the exact same pin. Look at that, exactly the same. So what we're gonna do, as you can imagine, is we are going to pull all these out, and we're gonna probably use all of these. Maybe I've cut it maybe here at the back. And we're going to use different pins. Obviously wire colors are going to be different, but that doesn't really matter. And we're going to probably just solder everything using tube shrinking, etc, and just replace all the damaged pins on that plug, and then hopefully put it all back on and should work. Fingers crossed. That's going to get that done. Probably it's not going to happen today because it is getting dark now. So it's probably going to have to be for another day, for tomorrow or so. But yeah, but that's what it is, guys. But that's the plan. So I guess I'll catch up with you when we are either halfway through or finishing it off. I don't know. Just stay there. I will be back very shortly for you. Obviously, thanks to video editing and magics of YouTube. See you soon. Okay, I know this is not ideal, but I just want to see if I can at least replace or repair a couple of the ones that are completely gone, so I can at least leave the module plugged in, so I can lock the car and all that good stuff. So the technique, if you will, that I'm using here, as you can probably see here, is not soldered yet. So I have tube shrinking here ready, and what I've done is basically I cut this wire here, and then I remove the insulation, roughly the same length on both. Then I put some flex, and then literally I just push the strands on each other, so they so the strands of one wire mixes in the middle of the other ones. Okay, now I'm just gonna put solder on here, then put the tube shrinking, and that should be it. I might just gonna do this one here today. There's one here as well. Let me show you. There's another one here somewhere. There we go. There's another one here that's already gone as well. So I'm going to do probably these. I think is only these first 3 or 4, or maybe this entire row actually. When you look from the top, I'm going to have to do all this entire row. The other side doesn't look too bad, to be fair. There's only 3 pins on the other side. I don't know, I might do them all, who knows. But yeah, so this is how I'm doing it, and I'm gonna do this one today. This should be enough, and maybe the one that's completely gone as well, the one that's split in there, maybe these two. Leave the module plugged in, and then yeah, and then see if that works, at least so I can lock the car and all that good stuff. So yeah, let's gonna get this done and carry on with this. Look at that. All working. Right, so where did we left yesterday? Let me open the boot. So yesterday we left like this. So I actually finished it off yesterday. Well, I didn't finish it off, but I've replaced all the wires on this side of the plug, on this top side, as you can see. Every single one has been replaced. Okay, the other side, there's 3 wires here, which looks like a ground and, looks like a ground and some other wires. Those 2 are okay. They don't have a lot of corrosion or nothing like that. They are not too bad. But we found other issues with this. So, but let me show you first. Obviously, as you have seen, the central locking now does work. I wanted to show you. Oh damn it! What's this? Oh, is the thing here the back? Okay. I wanted to show you that we do have. Yeah, the infamous screen. We do have electrical windows. Okay. Both windows works fine. What else? I think that was the main thing. But there is one thing that still not works. It doesn't work, which is obviously we do have an airbag light. I don't know if you guys remember. And I've noticed something as well. The engine light has been covered on this. So I know there's a little bit of glare, but let me see if I do this, maybe. Okay, so if I do this, so the engine light leaves, I believe, underneath the airbag light. So look what happens when I turn the ignition off. See, there's no airbag light, there's no engine light. Okay, so that light has been covered by someone, obviously. There's another thing that doesn't work, which is the roof. But look at this. Let me show you this. Oh man, look at that. Now, I spoke with a guy this morning, and basically he asked me to have a look at the airbag. The roof, he says, is not bothered. He said, don't spend much time. He said, if it's something simple, fine. If not, he said, just leave the roof. The airbag, yes, please have a look. The roof, don't bother too much. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to just have a quick look at those external relays. 2 relays, they belong to the car. There's an external one that doesn't. There is some melted wires. Have you seen when I've showed you that? There is some melted wires. Look at that. See if I can show you this. Look at these wires there. See there? And then these 2 relays, they belong to the car. They are part of the car. I don't know where they bolt, but they bolt somewhere underneath there. This one is a relay that's been connected to some, I don't know. Oh no. Look at that crap. So we'll have to figure out a little bit what they have done here. And obviously water has been on here as well. Look at that. Yeah, but again, guys, and as I said, the guy is not bothered about the roof. If he literally said, don't spend much time on the roof. The airbag, yes, please have a look at it. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna get the Maxi Sys, try to figure out why that airbag light is on, and go from there. Okay, just did an auto scan, and it's not a module without faults. But understandable with that module the way it was. There is probably communications between certain modules and the body control module. I'm just gonna go curiosity, see what's wrong with this engine, for the engine light to be covered. Just quickly have a quick look. There's a few faults though on there. Engine coolant, cruise brake switch. Okay, so someone covered the engine coolant temperature sensor circuit high. Wow. That's the active ones. Turbo, charger, camshaft adjustment. Wow. Oh well, I'm not gonna touch any of this, with just curiosity. Right, so there's faults everywhere. So anyway, it's gonna go to the airbag module, see what's wrong with this airbag module. And the issue is side airbag igniter. Side airbag. Does this have side airbags? It's a passive code though. Oh yeah, it has on the seat, unless he's not referring to the seat one. Because there's no airbags in there, there's no airbags back here. It's only on the seat, so I think it refers to that. That said, is a passive code. So let me see if I clear this. Will the code go away? No faults. Okay. Let's come out of the module. If it's just this, it would be really nice. It looks like maybe. Will this be something to do with the plug under the seat, just in case if it's going to happen again? Let me try to move the seat back and forwards a little bit, see if that triggers any faults. It could be the other one. Which one was saying it was? I can't remember. I might check these seats. It looks like it was just a code. Looks like it was nothing. Might be an old code. So the time might be spending on the airbag, we might gonna look at the rooftop, which I don't know if there is a module for it, or if that is controlled by the central locking control module, which is going to be that one. That obviously controls other things. It's not just the central locking. Well, okay. So passive codes. Fuel fill, okay. S on ignition, starter switch, open circuit. S contact at ignition starter. Alarm, horn, no communication, that's fine. Relay for remote unlocking mode, real lead, okay, so that's fine. Okay, so let me clear these codes, see what comes back. Get rid of the codes that were okay. Come back with no faults for now, which is good. Ignition on. So is this the module responsible for the roof? So the time I was to spend on the airbag, we're going to spend it on the roof probably. I think it's not a bad idea. Okay, forget about the horn. Let me see live data. Let me see if this is the module that controls the actually roof. Okay, blah 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 blah. Hard top, no, hold on. Canvas cover recognized. Not recognized, not unlock. Cover, detector. Switch. Is that what it is? Operation switch 137. Let me see if there's anything to do. Yeah, it is. So operation switch E137 is this switch here for the roof. So when I pull it up, open, if I press down, does it shows closed? Yes, it does. Does it have anything? No, this is the different one. Okay, not recognized. It's gonna be the canvas cover they call it here by the looks of it. Cover detector switch rear. Front lock switch F202 front. So that is switch here at the top. Yeah, so latch open switch engaged. So that's the latch. Front door switch locked. Okay, so that's this thing here. So if I do this, they both should change. So it's 3 goes to unlocked, so that's fine. So now it does have everything to open by the looks of it. So let me try to understand what's going on. Now another thing that I've noticed there, guys, is I pulled this out and someone has been here as well, because someone has been taping in these wires here. So I don't have a clue what this wire is for. I don't know where this goes. I don't have a clue. Man, why people does this? Okay, anyway, let's see how we're gonna play this. I need a good access to work on those relays, because it's a little bit, I might just open these manually and we'll see how we're gonna proceed. Right, and cutting a long story short, was nothing wrong with the S contact. That was not the issue. The module, there's something wrong internally with that module, to be fair with you. Although the module internally looks quite clean, everything looks okay. Apart from that relay that doesn't have the cover for some reason. But it might be some other issues in there, maybe other relays that are faulty in there, I don't know. I haven't checked that, purely because, guys, you've seen the mess that was done on that other side in there with those relays. It was an extra relay put on the side. I had to kind of go through and figure out exactly what that was doing in there. And basically the reason why that was there is because there's a signal that is not coming from the body control module. They call it central locking module or central electronics, whatever that is. That's the module that we're talking about. That's the module that controls the roof. And there is a signal missing. So what someone did was, as I've showed you, someone used this wire here, this signal here, to turn on that extra relay on the side. And that extra relay on the side turns on the actually relay for the pump. That should be turned on by the actually module in the boot. It's an absolutely mess. I ended up, obviously, in the end, I isolate everything. There was a couple issues in there. One, the relays, and two, some of those contacts, if you've seen, was kind of melted and whatever. I know why it's melting. I will explain in a minute. And some of the wires, they were that burned, they stopped making contact. So we got that repaired. But basically, guys, long story short, the main issue why that stopped working, I'll show you here. Do I need to say anything else? This is one. This is another one. And the last one. Look at that. Okay, so basically all the relays, including the relay that was there extra, sort of on the side, they were all done, as you probably could see, and that was the issue. So I've replaced all the relays, and then the burn wires that you've seen with the plastic, with the insulation, kind of melted. I hope that came back on camera. I repair those, and the reason why that's happening is because when the roof, I believe that's how this is supposed to work, when the roof is fully open, you should not be able to run the pump in there, but because this is being wired directly from here, let me show you this. So I have no ignition, no key. Look, ignition is off. I have this in my hand, and look what happens if I try to close the roof. Nothing happens. Okay, but look what happens when I try to open the roof. Can you hear it? So basically, guys, what is happening is that if you force it for too long once the roof is open, you're gonna overheat those wires, etc., etc., and that's basically what happened. Now, the owner is well aware of all of this. I don't like the way this is done. I've just repaired the bodge that was done, but I don't agree with the way this is done. But the guy did just want this to work, doesn't want anything else changed, so we just left it like that. In the meantime, I'm just going to show you that everything is working. So obviously, remote control now works. Okay, we do have everything else. I can't start the car because I had the car here running to keep the battery just idling. I had it running here for about 5-10 minutes, and the thing just ran out of petrol. Typical. There's no fuel now on the car, but everything else working. Windows works fine. Okay, everything works, and the roof also works. So if I do this, let me show you. And now if I open it, okay, so I think you need to force it a little bit like so before it goes. Come on, maybe. There we go. Does it go now? Yeah. I think maybe the oil might be a little bit low. Maybe, don't know. So it's gonna open all the way. There it is. And the thing now is, even when it's fully open, if I carry on pressing this button, it will carry on running the pump. Okay, so now let's gonna close it. And now it stops here. Okay, and now you need to do the rest by hand. There we go. So, if I can't start the car because it's not going to start, look. There's no fuel. Completely dry. So, guys, I know it's not a lot. I know I skipped a lot now at the end. But, hey, just thought I would share this with you guys. Yeah, it's nothing special. I totally agree. But, yeah, so everything's done. Everything's fixed. For what the guy asked me to do. The airbag in the end, as you guys have seen, was just a fault that was there. Don't know where from. I checked the plugs under the seats. They both look okay to me. So yeah, that's all. So that's it, guys. So no further ado, hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe you learned something, who knows. If you do still have any questions, any comments, you know, guys, exactly how it works, just put them below. And like always, thank you for watching.